What is going on, guys? It is me again, and finally we have a new Hogwarts update video. I know it's been like 2 years since I put out a Hogwarts update. I think it was number 15. This is number 16, and wow. I'm sorry, first of all, that it's taken so long for an update to come out. I know that everybody's been dying for new stuff, and the Hogwarts videos always do really well on my channel, so I just want to apologize right off the bat and say that I'm sorry. Okay, it's just I've been busy with marketplace stuff, and I've been busy playing other games and getting my life together, and I haven't really had a lot of time to work on this. So yeah, but that's not to say that nothing significant has been done, because that would be a bold-faced lie. It has been a year since the last Hogwarts download went up. It's a little over a year. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you to everybody who downloaded the other map. I am very blown away by how many great responses that we got on it. It was unexpected a little bit. I knew that it would do pretty well, but I didn't know that it would do as well as it did. It is still getting comments to this day, and I am so honored to have created something that, even in the smallest amount, helped or made somebody happy in any way possible. I was just ecstatic to see people's videos or all of the comments and everything about how much they loved the map and what they wanted to see, and just to see excitement, you know, on something that I made. All right, the Hogwarts has always been a the passion project of mine, and you know, I am so happy that there are other people out there who are just as touched by it as I have been the last almost 5 years. So yeah, to continue the start of this video, I just want to tell everybody that the map is up for download again. The current version you are seeing today in this video is up for download on MCPEDL. I will leave a link to the MCPEDL page, which has a fuck ton of coordinates, way more than I expected there to be, and people were begging for coordinates, so I gave an extended list. I'd also like to shout out Connor once again for all of his help, but also this guy right here, this Belkov78 fella. He is, without a doubt, a large reason why so much work has been done in just the last couple of months. The map kind of sat for a while, and that's because I've just been busy, and Belkov actually made a comment on the MCPEDL page showing his interpretation of the Room of Requirement, and I was blown away by it and thought it was genius, so I asked him to join the project, and we have just been getting shit done, basically. So anyway, I've rambled long enough, just been staring at this. So this is the new spawn area. You spawn in with a wand, and in this chest is a book that just says welcome. It is the Wizarding World of Minecraft. The download is V2 of the map. Me just saying that I appreciate everything you guys have done. I made some notes, specific coordinates. There's a flue powder chest behind us, which I'll show you what it does. You want to keep the wand, and you can find things like the Mortis Map at the Elder Wand and some stuff like that that show some secrets. And of course, if you notice anything wrong or whatever, just check, write them in the comments of the MCPDL page, or you can write them in the comments of this YouTube video, whichever one you want to do. So this is a map of the castle, and as you can see, some of these trees look a little bit different. Well, that's because I spent a really long time changing all of the forests in Hogwarts. And a special shout out to Jira. He is part of my team, Project Moonboot, and he created this set of commands that make it so that if I rename a kelp block to, you know, large spruce and chuck it on the ground, it spawns a tree. So that made it really easy for me to go through and place forests. and we have that for a lot of different trees, and you'll see that throughout it. But these trees are everywhere now, and I think they're way nicer than the other trees we used to have here. So here's the flue powder. I'll just take a little stack of it, and we'll use that later. There's not much new when it comes to like Hogsmeade Station or anything, but Hogsmeade did get a slight change in that it has some snow trees now, minus this one. But you know, all of the edge trees are nice and snowy, and they're nice and big, and yeah, I think it looks, I love the way the custom trees look. I think it changes the dynamic of the map, and these are made by me. These are not trees that I downloaded. All of the ones that we made the command with were all built by me, of course. And yeah, so I redid the entire path. The whole entire shebang is all a bunch of new trees. The Thestral cart now has skeleton horses. And I don't really know exactly how that looks in default, but oh well. So I'm sure you've noticed right off the bat that we have the 3 towers from Task 2 from the Triwizard Tournament now, which is something we didn't have before. So let me show you how that works. So I built the towers. As you can tell, they're really nice, really detailed. I'm giving myself a pat on the back. But they all have these ladders that go up, and yep. So right here, if you jump down into the lake, you will now be seeing that you're in a swimming pool, essentially. That's really what it is, but I tried to make it nice and underwatery down here. I remember telling you guys a while ago that I wanted to create Task 2 using teleports, and I finally did it, and it looks really nice if you ask me. We got turtles. It's not gigantic, but it is pretty much what I wanted. So I built a lot of ruins and stuff down here, and as you can see, these are the 4 kids that have to be saved, and there's a nice bit of, you know, scenery around them. It also puts you in adventure mode when you're down here, so yeah. But you just swim up, and then boom, you're back in the lake, and it's neat. I'm really thankful for Belkov, because this was all his stuff. All the redstone you're gonna see today was all Belkov, and he absolutely killed it. And I'm really happy I brought him on. I know he's gonna be really happy to hear this in the video, but he really did help the map a lot, and I owe him a lot for that, which is why I am not skimping out on his credit in this video. His enthusiasm really for this project is, well, it was really helpful with, you know, wanting to continue to work, which is not only great for me, but it's great for all of you guys as well, because that means there's more stuff for you guys to get your hands on, which is great, because I've been wanting to put out a new download for Hogwarts for a long time. So here's the Great Hall, and Belkov also created a command where I can change all the pumpkins for Halloween, which is an awesome command, and I think it turned at nighttime too. But yeah, and it just changes back to torches, and yeah, it's a really small command, but I really love it. We made slight adjustments to all of the common rooms and all of the hidden doors in general. So the kitchens, you know, he created animations for the doors for them to open and close, which look really cool. And I replaced the tripwire that was far too tall with these kegs, because Hufflepuff Common Room is quote-unquote behind kegs in the basement. You just punch that, and then boom, it opens, and then it closes. The Hufflepuff Common Room didn't change at all. It's still the same. I'm just showing you the new animations. The fire's all glitched out in Chroma Hills right now. I'm trying to remember everything that's new. Not a lot of it is Hogwarts, believe it or not. It's mostly, you know, other than the hidden doors that he did, most of the work was actually outside of Hogwarts, which is really what a lot of people were asking about, was certain locations outside of Hogwarts. So we will check that out in a minute, but there is one huge thing in Hogwarts that did get done, and a lot of people, again, were asking about, and that was the Room of Requirement. So, remember earlier I told you that you needed to have your wand on you. Well, that's because you need it for this. Here's the come and go room. So yeah, and then there's a box here with the lost diadem, and there's also the vanishing cabinet, which does indeed take you to Borgin and Burke's. Now there used to be a set of buttons outside the door that let you choose which one of these rooms you get to go into, but I reckon oh I didn't even know this. Okay, so here's all the different rooms for the Room of Requirement. God, this is even surprising me. So DA number 2, that is you know, Dumbledore's Army number 2. This is from the Deathly Hallows Part 2. And it also has a little secret inside, which some people might know, leads you right into the Hog's Head. So yeah. And there's all these different rooms that you can go into. There's Neville's Refuge, Winky's recover room, the chamber of chamber pots, filter supplies, Fred and George's Broom Cupboard. There's just there's so many of them here, and I think there should be more. I just don't remember how to get to them. So, yeah. So the door, you know, more or less, there is all the separate Room of Requirements, all in this one area, and you just press the button, and you just walk over this block here with your wand out, and you get a bunch of different rooms, all in the same spot. So that's the Room of Requirement, and that's pretty neato, I think. Shout out to Belkov once again for creating this masterpiece. Also, yes, I'm sorry, this video is a little all over the place, but in here, this wing used to be a little unfinished. It's all done now, as you can see. I've completed all the rooms, and there's staircases here now, and there's some other places people were asking about. The homework club's been redone. We got McGonagall's office back here again. There's Slughorn's office. There's a little hidden room back here. If I can get in it. This is the room of rewards. There's a nice little spiral staircase here that leads out to the grounds. I'm trying not to make this video a million hours long, but there's just so much new stuff to show that I really don't think I'm gonna have much of a choice. So here's Charms. A lot of people in the comments were asking where Charms was. I'm sorry it wasn't in the last download, but it's here now. And yeah, I didn't forget about it, believe me. I knew exactly where I wanted to put it. I just didn't have time before I put up the last download. And the thing is the other download was a little spontaneous. It was not really intended to go out to the public. I really just wanted to get some shader pictures of it, and I don't know, that's what I did, I guess, but I don't know who keeps inviting me, but regardless, let's keep going. Let's get up to Defense Against the Dark Arts, because we have a new teleportation area using the Floo powder. Also, small thing, I know I keep getting sidetracked a lot, but these secret tunnels no longer, they're no longer full tunnels. You don't have to walk a million miles to get to Honeyduke's cellar from behind the One-Eyed Witch. We just have a teleport here now. It takes you right here. And I hit it in what looks to be a barrel this time instead of behind a painting. So yeah. Again, Belkov just somehow, someway nailing the damn, just nailing everything. So you throw the Floo powder onto Netherrack, and boom, you are teleported to this teleportation area. Now, Belkov built all of this, and I fell in love with the way that he designed this, because, my teleport room, which we still have, it's over here. My teleport room is very generic and very basic, which is fine, but it's also not the best when it comes to theatrics. So, but he built like little dioramas. It's like a museum in here. Like the grand staircase and the tapestry corridor and the Quidditch pitch and Hagrid's hut and Ollivanders and Gryffindor common room of requirements. Just a bunch of places that people wanted to see. The Riddle Manor. Oh, that's a new one. Let me show you that. So Riddle Manor has gotten a bit of an upgrade, meaning that the manor is actually here now. Not a full interior, because you only see a very small portion of this map in the movie, which is just this, and then this room, and this is where I always forget his name, but the old man dies. Connor will correct me in the comments like he always does. Yeah, we have a nice forest of all these dead trees again. And yeah, it's actually a finished little Hangleton. So yeah, that's cool. If you might have caught that, the TP is actually 7/31/1980, which is the date of Harry Potter's birth. So the Forest of Dean, this is from the Deathly Hallows. It is where the river was and the frozen lake. I'm not sure why we didn't make it snowy here, to be honest, but it's fine. I don't remember exactly where the lake is, so bear with me. Well, it's not a lake, it's a pond. Did we get rid of the pond? No, okay, it's over here. There's the pond, which Harry goes into to get the Sword of Gryffindor. So yeah, that's pretty neat. There's another thing here that's really cool. And again, it's all Belkov doing this crazy shit. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. So here's the, here's the tent. And then you walk into the tent, and then you're in the tent. And obviously it's just like how it is in the movie, where, it's gigantic on the inside. And it's really small on the outside. So kudos to Velkov for this awesome seamless design too. This is a seamless transition, pretty much. I mean, it's seamless on going out more than it is going in, but yeah. So we're going to use Belkov's teleportation room because it's a lot more interesting than mine, I think. Privet Drive, London Zoo. Okay, we have the zoo. It's a little on the small side. It's not, the biggest, but we have the reptile house, and that's kind of the most important thing about it. This is where Dudley, steps on this, and he gets the boa constrictor. Dudley, is that you, Dudley? And then, the glass, and then you end up in here, and oh no! And then it lets you out. So that's pretty cool. It's a little neat, little spectacle, a little part of like a little playment, Horcrux Cave. This is obviously from the Half-Blood Prince, the cave, and then there's Salazar Slytherin's locket and the fire, and it's simple little build. I'm trying not to spoil the gameplay bits for you guys. This is the Lovegood house. This is the Lovegood residence. I tried my best to make it as good as it should be. And yeah, I mean, it's the first floor. This is sort of the kitchen area, tables. This is where he prints the Quibbler. Up here is sort of like the area where they were reading the Beetle and the Bard. And then up here is Luna, or not Luna's, this is Xenophilius' bedroom. And then Luna's bedroom. So yeah, that's Luna's house. Over here we have Azkaban. This is something nobody asked for, but I did anyway. So here's Azkaban. She's big. She's very big. It's very hard to get the shape correct, but we got there in the end. It's not really too impressive other than, just the outside and the fact that it's here. It's mostly just the same floor, copy and paste it all the way up. I know that sounds lazy when I say it, but honestly, what more could you do for Azkaban? They don't treat their prisoners very well. They just throw them in a cell and leave them there without even a toilet. So this is the Marvolo Gaunt shack. I believe you can find the ring in here, or the resurrection stone. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you where it is because it would spoil things, but over here we have Godric's Hollow. Maybe we have Godric's Hollow. There we go. So we spawned inside of the Potter house. So here's Godric's Hollow. There's the church. If you guys read The Cursed Child, this is the church where you know what happens. It's a bunch of Tudor houses. You know, not all of them have interiors because that's not important. This is Harry's house, like I said. Little kitchen area, little bathroom. There's snow coming in because there's a hole in the roof. Dining area, living room area, little dust or closet area, and then Harry's parents' room, a little bathroom, and then Harry's room, which in the crib, and the explosion that went off after he tried to kill Harry. And yeah. And then back here we have Bathilda Bagshot's house, which proved to be a lot harder than I expected it to be. But here it is nonetheless, the life and lives of Albus Percival Wolford Brian Dumbledore. Little kitchenette here, and this is a bit grim, but here's her body. I couldn't figure out a way to make her dead on the ground, so I just made her hanging. It's very grim, I know that, but I mean, it's grim in the movie too. Yeah, there's all this, and upstairs, which is the area you actually see in the movie. Here's the bed, which, you know, the snake jumps up the stairs at them, and this little in-between area, the hole in the wall that Harry creates in the nursery room that's in here. Not too incredible of a house, but it's accurate at least. God, this is gonna be a long video. I'm sorry guys, we did so much and I really want to show everything that we did. This is the little neighborhood that Slughorn's house is in, which is here. Or at least, you know, the house that he was occupying in the Half-Blood Prince. It's not really, you know, that impressive or anything. Here's Slughorn. It's a chair and his little fame wall, and yeah. It's a nice little statue here. I believe there was a sign on it. I don't know why there's not anymore. Here's Spinner's End. If you've read the 6th book or remember the beginning of the Half-Blood Prince, you remember Spinner's End being the place where Snape's house is. I know it's one of these. Here it is. So here's Snape's little house. He doesn't really live in a big one. He's not, I mean, he's a very humble guy. And he lives at Hogwarts for the most part. Wormtail's got a little shit shack. Yep. And I'm gonna change it to day again because I don't want it to get too dark. We had a couple buildings we copy and pasted from London over here. Again, I'm sorry for the copy paste, but it was just to fill up the map a little bit to make it seem a little bit more lived in. Here's a little fisher's town. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking, he's being an asshole. And then there's the hut on the rock out here. And I mean, it's nothing pretty to look at, not on the inside or the outside, but it's here. We're gonna fly over to London now and check out what's popping over there, because there's something a little cool that I really like. And again, it's something Belkov did. I'm just singing his praises in this video, but you guys don't understand how much would not be here if it wasn't for him. Like, there's so much interactivity in this map now as compared to what it was before, which what it was before was almost nothing. So London is pretty much finished. I did not finish Westminster Palace, and that's my bad, but... So, when you walk into Grimmauld Place, you get Severus Snape, or at least, you know, the illusion that was there. And that's pretty awesome. I kind of glitched it out because I kept going in and out of the door, but he only shows up when you come in. He doesn't show up when you leave. So that's really cool. We got rid of a lot of the end stone that was everywhere. I didn't realize it at the time because I was building in the natural pack, but like every bit of stone you see here used to be end stone, and I overused it, and I know I did, but not much you can do about it now. I mean, I did a bit more of Westminster Palace. You can't get in it, you can't do much with it. It's just, it's here. Under here is a very cool thing, which I'll show you in a second, but there is some new things in London which I do want to show you before we do that. Over here we have St. Mungo's, and you would think, oh, there's no door, how do you get in here? Well, you just walk up to it. So here's St. Mungo's. So we got magical recovery, magical first aid, you know, magical surgery, and here's the ward, which has a bunch of names. I didn't even know a lot of these people were here. I mean, Gilderoy Lockhart I knew was here, and Neville's parents. So yeah, I know I'm kind of blowing through this, but I really don't want this video to be like an hour long, so I'm sorry. But if you want to see everything, go download it, man. It's all yours. So down this road there is Latino Cafe from the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Nothing exciting, but we didn't have it before, and we have it now, so I had to show it to you. So here we have the telephone booth, which takes you straight down in a cool animation right into the Ministry of Magic. And there's a button here that calls the telephone booth, but it's already here. Oh, wonder what happens if this happens. Oh, look at that. So that's what the animation looks like on the outside. So the booth's there. You can still come in through the fireplaces. You know, everything works and all that shebang. But now we have a bunch of elevators. The Wizengamot, back to the Muggle world, magical offices, the Wizengamot, back to the Muggle world, Department of Mysteries. Now this is what we wanted to see, because now we have the doors. I know it's really dark, but we have the doors. So now you walk into a door and you just see where it takes you. So this is obviously the brain room. You've seen this before. And it takes you back here, and it's all random. So here is the Hall of Prophecies. And you know, the doors will take you to a random place. They're not the same. They're never the same. It's always a random location. So here's the astronomy room, and the brain room again. And this takes me back up to the elevators. So all of the rooms that you've seen before, they all do this, because that's how the Department of Mysteries works in the Order of the Phoenix. It's just a series of random doors, and you hope to find your way through. There's the time room. Belkov told me there was a love room, which I never seen, but I don't think we'll be able to see it. Here's the veil. So yeah, that's all of that stuff. Here's another big thing people were asking for, Malfoy Manor. So here it is. This is Malfoy Manor. This is the ballroom, which is the meeting place in the Deathly Hallows Part 1 at the beginning. And it's also the place where Harry and Ron and Hermione escape from Bellatrix and the Malfoys from the basement here. The first set of download on MCPL-DL does not have the staircase leading down here because I'm an idiot and forgot to do it. But I did request a patch, and it should be out hopefully very soon. But yeah, this is Malfoy Manor, as you can see. You walk in, it's very fancy. You know, you have the ballroom, which I showed you. There's a little music room here, dining area, a kitchen, a game room, it's a very big house. Here's a library, a little tea room, just a bedroom, and the stairs take you up. And here's the master bedroom. This is Narcissa and Lucius's room. This is just a bedroom. I don't know whose it is. It's just a bedroom. They have a lot of bedrooms in this house. There's a dual bathroom, dual bedroom combo hybrid thing. And there's a bathroom over here, and a door over here that takes you out onto the balcony in the ballroom. It's a very big house. Very big, very spacious. Up on the third floor we have Draco's room. He's got his own bathroom because he's a spoiled little shit. He's got a bunch of junk and, you know, his work area for school. They have an aviary, which is just a place full of birds. I had to Google what the fuck an aviary was. This is just a lounge area that I think looks really cool. And there's a conservatory. So yeah, that's Malfoy Manor. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's pretty much everything. I mean, there is still a few other things that I didn't show you, a couple of playability things, but I want you guys to find those on your own, and then tweet me if you do. I want to see some feedback. So, yeah, this has been 40 minutes long, so thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure to download the map in the description. I would greatly appreciate that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I hope you're happy to see a Hogwarts update again. I know it's been a long time and I'm sorry, but I hope that this makes up for it because this is a massive update to the Wizarding World of Minecraft. So thank you once again. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.